Today the heavens opened. It rained and rained and rained. Do you remember that famous song from Gene Kelly? I'm singing in the rain. Singing in the rain. You know, the weather is an interesting phenomenon, isn't it? Because a lot of people truly are affected by the weather. If anyone ever asks you, how are you today? And you say, oh, I'm great, having a wonderful day. Inevitably, someone will respond, what are you talking about? It's a terrible day. It's raining, it's cold, etc. And you smile to yourself. Because, as all of us probably understand, we are not God. We cannot change the weather. We can only change how we feel inside. This is so very true, isn't it? I've lived long enough to have experienced 40-degree weather Celsius and minus 62 degrees Celsius with wind chill. 100 degrees of difference in temperature in my lifetime. And I've come to realize that I've got to control the reality that I occupy. Kind of a bit of a funny story. Once in the middle of British Columbia, you know the Discovery Channel programs that a guy goes out in the middle of winter and the beard freezes, and you say to yourself, this is impossible. Well, at the time, I was trying to affect the philosophical look, and I had a short beard. And we left the hotel and we walked about 100 meters to a pub, which was on the other side of the road. And when I arrived, my beard was actually somewhat frozen. True story, as they say. So you realize that everything is possible in this wonderful world. So what do? Well, I think when I experienced the weather, where I grew up, for instance, it rained literally for 8 months a year. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and a little bit of May. And then drizzle. Perhaps over the summer, right? Enormous trees, beautiful forests, but pretty wet. And then during the winter time would get down to 1 or 2 degrees. So you quickly realize that if you're not going to go crazy, you have to say to yourself that I'm in control of my life. It's not about the weather. So every single day can be a magnificent day. So even when you wake up early in the morning and there's a deluge, the heavens are opening, as I alluded to earlier, you got to say to yourself, I'm going to make the very best of today. I'm going to make my bed, write in my notebook, and I'm going to say my prayers and be happy. Or not. Some days, as I've said many times, I can choose not to be happy, but I'm going to enjoy life. Kind of a bit of a funny story as well. The time we were in this area that my beard froze, there was a man that I was with, and I had thermal underwear. I went and I purchased this very special thermal underwear to protect my body from extreme cold. And this man asked me, do you have underwear? I said, for sure. I have thermal underwear. And he replied to me, you know, real men don't wear thermal underwear. Guess what? When it got to be minus 62 with the wind chill, he was cold and he suffered. And he remarked to me, Leon, I think I should have bought thermal underwear like you. kind of funny. So the next time it's pouring outside or conversely it's extremely hot, think to yourself, I am not God, but I can enjoy the weather anyhow. And inside of me, the temperature is always excellent if I want. The weather is always good, and I always have a sunny disposition. And you know what they say? You know what they say? On this wonderful and wet day, critical thinking is necessary if I'm going to live a contented and peaceful life. And critical thinking is truly great. You take care. God bless. Bye-bye.